That's reckless. I mean, don't. If that's your bag, don't let me stop you. I'm just saying we could do a lot better as a team.
Is Felix still giant right now?
Yeah, Felix is still
we're
huge.
much better as a team.
Oh no, actually, I think you did.
No, it only lasts
did,
a minute. I would definitely.
You did make yourself smaller.
By the time.
Yeah. Like very early into you guys looking around and doing certain things, you would have.
Yeah, the cavern would have stopped shaking as Felix shrunk back down.
Yeah. Yeah.
This guy to.
Sorry.
Wake him up. Let's wake him up.
This guy will be out for a number of hours, unless healed or violently awoken.
Violently awoken is my preference.
All right. Yeah. You take a few moments, slap him, shake him, and he just sort of. He opens like one eye. Sort of looks at me like, oh, shit. Okay. I don't know why you've kept me alive, but I won't say a thing against the Black Prophet, you hear me? Not a word of deceit.
Can I cast suggestion?
Yes, of course you can.
What would you like to know?
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, we know about their plan here, so do you think it's better to target maybe like what they're doing over in Dawnport?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we could find out like about the dragon. If I don't know.
Or Arctathon. Is that his name?
Arctathon.
Arctathon, okay. Yeah, I'll just say tell us everything about Arctathon.
Okay. That's a 4 plus stuff. I think that's a 12 in the end. No. So yeah, it's just something like, I won't tell you what. Arctathon, a dragon from, and he basically goes on to tell you that Arctathon was a dragon that lived many, many hundreds of years ago, before the Dragon War, before Yara, around the time when giants ruled AMbyr. During this time, basically a massive white dragon was harassing some dwarves because it really hated the fire. It owned a mountain. Dwarves went into the mountain mining for some stuff. It hated the dwarves. So the dwarves basically went, oh, fuck you, we're going to kill you then. However, the dwarves couldn't quite kill the dragon, so some arcanists basically teamed up with the dwarves and decided to banish it instead. And instead of killing it, they banished it to the plane of hell, Cania. The plane of hell, which is basically like Antarctica, but 10 times worse. Massive glaciers, constantly moving glaciers as well, that are always slamming into each other and causing ice rocks to fall. Yeah, it is awful. Like, you can, like, you know, it's one of them places where you can, like, just pour some water and it'll freeze while pouring. Cania apparently also has a very different time, like, sense of time there. So for Arctathon, it's been a couple of 100 years, but in reality, it's been, like, nearly 1,000, which is why he isn't, like, extremely old or whatever. When brought back, Arctathon was captured by some elves, and was to be experimented on. Was taken to a cave in the south to be experimented on. However, Rashak came and saved him. Arctathon, given his time in hell, has basically become more of a beast or a demon than anything else, and yeah, it doesn't really say much. One thing I will say that he tells you, because you're taking the time to do this, and you're taking the time with this particular individual to do this, is that he tells you that Arctathon is particularly powerful because he has the natural power to grow a sheen of ice over his form, protecting him. So basically, like an extra layer of ice over his form, which makes him resistant to basically everything except fire. The only way to take this sheen off is to melt it away, and from that, he is like every other dragon.
bells and all when you need them.
Yeah, beyond that, Arctothorn sits within his cave. There is a big bell in the middle of the square of, well, in the middle of the town in Dawnport. They ring that bell if ever he's needed, and the dragon will come up, fly up, and go. Rashak is basically just giving him sanctuary and has promised him, like, if you stick with me, if you praise the Dragon Queen, she will give you everything you want. She'll give you your solitude. She'll give you your mountain. She'll give you everything. I will give you everything if you stick with me. And this dragon being stuck in hell for so long, they all sort of get the sense that this dragon just wants an ally after being banished and things for so long.
Okay. Do we know anything else in this guy? And what are we to do with him?
He says that all in like one long breath. He's like, okay, that won't work again. I won't tell you anything else.
I think we got everything we needed, mate.
What happened to the people in Dawnport?
Do you want to ask anything?
Oh. Two things there, but JJ, what did you say, sorry?
What's happened to the people in Dawnport?
That would require another suggestion spell.
We'll just ask him.
But just asking him. I mean, if you want to try and, just asking him, he will tell you nothing. If you'd like to try and intimidate him, you can try and make an intimidation check if there's something particularly intimidating you'd like to do.
Yeah, I'd like to pull out my pistol and rest it against his kneecap, and just say, I want some fucking answers. You can walk out here with one knee, or you can walk out here, or you can die here.
Okay, roll me an intimidation check.
I'm not great at this. Fuck.
Oh, so intimidating.
Yeah, he sort of like laughs and spits. And just
okay, I'm gonna
his kneecap then.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot him in the knee.
My queen is much... Yeah, you shoot him in the knee. He's on the equivalent of 1 hit point. Just you shoot him in the knee, and like pistols during this time, it's not like a small bullet like it is now. It is a ball bearing. So you shoot him in the knee, most of his leg comes off. It is a violent explosion of flesh and bone below his, below his knee, and it's just horrid. And there is a brief moment where he cries out, and then just head hits the floor. He's passed out. At least for now, though, he's going to bleed out very, very, very quickly. Unless there's anything anyone would like to attempt or try and do.
Mazzy, can you stabilize him, please?
Mazzy sort of like, I mean, I can just cure wounds him, but he blew his fucking leg off. I don't think anything I've got is going to help in this situation.
It's fine, we only need him to be conscious again for a few more seconds.
Fuck.
We're not. Do we kill him? This is a grey area, isn't it?
I mean, I'm tempted to just blast his brains out.
Yeah, Mazzy goes up and like, Mazzy will do like a 2nd level cure wounds or something just to like get him back, like just barely waking.
Mazzy, if you're just gonna heal him for one of these two to kill him, it's not really worth it, is it?
Oh,
I think there's a follow-up question.
Yeah, fair point.
I think we have a follow-up question being asked, don't we?
What follow-up question?
I don't know, it sounds like Shooty McGee over here. Add more in the locker.
Yeah, it was. I've heard stories of this Felix. He doesn't sound. He's not anywhere near as chill as you said he was.
He's a great guy. I think he's just under a lot of stress right now.
Okay, well, aren't we all?
I'm great. personally.
yeah, well, you're fucking undead. You don't feel anything, do you?
In the background, you just hear a. This guy's bled out.
Okay.
Wait, blood out? Oh, it's a shame. Does he have anything on him? Should I pickpocket?
Yeah. Yeah. Roll an investigation check. Why not?
Oh, this is old school Oramis. I feel like I've not looted any corpses for a while. Oh, I've only got +0 to investigation. That's sad. Oh!
Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So you find a total of 55 gold pieces.
Fucking hell. I need that.
A very, very ornate dagger. A very ornate dagger. It's almost like like the Japanese sort of kunai type of thing. It's like that, but if you imagine it's got like two little sort of like wings on the side of it, I guess. Really quite fancy. And a couple of vials of poison.
Ooh, poison.
Oramis, I love that how high you get in the world, you'll always loot a corpse. Without a second thought.
You never know what you might find.
That's true. Okay. I have a little plan for Dawnport, or the beginnings of a plan.
Yeah? What is this?
We need to try and liberate it without ringing that bell.
Oh, you want that stealth approach?
Yeah, because I think it's going to be so difficult to fight this dragon anyway, and if we're doing it with a city behind him, that's going to be difficult. Whereas if the city is behind us, that
I think
help us.
Yeah, I think we can take the ships and free the people.
Yeah, well, I think we might have to go in first, prevent that bell from being rung.
Destroy
and
the
then
bell.
we can get the infiltration in. Yeah, if that's the only way they have of contacting him.
Maybe it's in a tower or
Is it
something, we
worth?
can
Do you
blow up the
think
tower.
he could be?
Yeah.
Do you think
Or just
the dragon
Gone.
could be converted? It didn't sound.
I mean, he sounds like a mercenary, really, doesn't he? Like a gun for hire kind of thing.
Mm.
I mean, but I don't know what we can offer him because we're not totally soulless people.
Do we? I mean, do we want to let him into the sanctuary, or is that too much of a risk? Do you think?
Well, the one thing is, as much as he is perhaps a creature for hire and not overly loyal to Rashak, based on what that guy said, it sounds like he is quite a warped creature anyway.
Mm.
Not to say that he couldn't come back from that, but I think he might be evil in his own right outside of working for who he works for.
You guys all seem very chill about the fact that there's an
So I'm not overly
actual
keen.
dragon. Like, not been seen for centuries.
We've got a lot to fill you in on, Felix.
Actual dragon.
Oh, wow. Welcome
There's
to the
a-
crew.
There's a reason we're called the Guardians. We'll discuss that later. It's not just because it sounds cool.
Yeah,
cool,
while
that's
we're
fine.
in a questioning each other mood, Felix, what the fuck was that display just now, huh?
My family is in
Questionable things
Dawnport.
with Felix.
I completely understand, but you mashing that guy's kneecap is not going to bring you any closer to your family, is it?
Yeah, but it felt nice. So.
Little orphan boy over here, you wouldn't understand.
Me? I'm not a fucking orphan.
Where's your family then? Never heard of them.
Back in the capital. We don't get
Oh.
on.
Mazzy just puts his hand up like, I'm an orphan.
Yeah, you have a lovely family, Mazzy.
I do.
You do. How is your
God, it's
sister, by the way?
Ah! She was fine last time we saw her.
That's good. That's really good.
Oramis can have multiple wives now. He's captain of the Vengeance.
Also,
Mazzy just sort of like begins to walk over to Vaishal to speak to him for a minute, and just as he walks past, she'd take you in a heartbeat.
Oh, I bet she would.
as he's an orphan, I swear we met his parent or his mother.
Mazzy goes over and just starts talking.
Adopted.
Don't mother.
Yes.
Right. Should we get out of this hellhole?
Yeah, let's go.
Cool. You gather your things, gather Vaishal, who's just been chatting to Mazzy, and head back on upstairs.
Before we head out, I'll just say to Oramis, like, this is a fantastic place for. I hear the underground rave scene is quite big in the Shattered Coast. You've got
That, my
jacuzzis
friend.
in here and everything.
That, my friend, sounds like an excellent business opportunity.
Don't ask me how I know about underground raves.
I may need your help.
Those parties at the college got crazy. Yeah, so you head back upstairs. When you get back upstairs, the Durgaloth's wife, the female patron of the bar, is nowhere to be found. But Durgaloth comes back inside. There is now an absence of bodies in here. All the bodies have seemingly disappeared. But he comes back in, he just sort of... Whoa, it's done with. And he's got, like, blood over his, like, apron and stuff. Like, he's put a very specific apron on, and it's kind of got a few bits of blood over it. He doesn't seem to mind. It's done with it. Oh, you're out. You're out.
I wouldn't wash your hands just yet, Durgaloth.
Oh, there are more down there.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many. It might just be a lot of ash. I can't remember.
Oh, I'll go check it out in a minute. I think I've got some people I can call to get rid of most of them for me. Not going up and down that bloody ladder. Don't dance anymore. I'm never going to bloody do that. Steps from the bar. So about this partnership then. Do you happen to have the gold on you now for this partnership?
Yeah, I'll just slap down the 400 gold on the table.
Oh, he sort of looks in it, starts counting like some of the bits, then realizes this is going to take him a long time.
Can he even count that high?
Yeah, he sort of like counts it up like 1, 2, 3, but he realizes he's counting it and then just putting the coins back in the thing. That fuck it, I'll get Anne to count this later. Thank you very much, sir. If you come back in a couple of months when all the renovations have been done and hopefully we've had some people in here, we will have your share for you.
Can I insight check him on that?
My good sir.
There's
Yeah,
absolutely
sure.
no way he's going to be here in 3 months. Please be good. Insight.
Oh, hello.
Oramis, this might be the best deal you've ever made. Hello.
Yeah, can I also insight check?
Yeah, go for it.
Because otherwise he might take a little...
I
Gylndan,
think he seems like a great guy. I don't know what your read is on him.
He's a bit of a...
He might take a little tumble.
I guess for both of you, he's a little bit hard to read, and it's partially because of the fat. He's that kind of big where he's got fat in his forehead, and it's like weighing down his eyebrows and things like that. And the fact that he does look very devil-like, like he's a tiefling, you're pretty sure. But he does look very, very devil-like, and it almost does give him this aura of discomfort when you're around him. But he does seem like a nice guy, so it's hard to tell that difference. But your thoughts are your own. But yeah, he just said, and we'll have your share for you anytime you guys want to. Come here. You'll have lodging. Of course, you'll have lodging and some of Anne's famous stew and some of my finest ale. Be here for you.
Good. I'll be sending some of my guys to check on the progress. Make sure everything's proceeding as planned.
Fantastic. Now, I have a question. Are you coming back at 8 to perform, or is that an illusion? Because I'm getting the small sense that you're not bards or performers.
You'll have to wait till 8.
Do you have something in your eye there?
Jesus Christ! Let's go get our reward from the bloke.
Can I also tell this guy to everyone he meets in the Shattered Coast to let them know the Oramis of the Vengeance and his merry band have cleared out an insurgency of Black Prophet followers to clean up and protect the citizens of the Shattered Coast.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll let all of our budding visitors know.
And the builders. Don't forget the builders.
Oh, and the
Builders chat, to be fair.
Well,
That's a good shout.
technically, they are visitors. They do visit to work. So
Good.
technically, I was right.
Excellent.
Anyway, this has all been a little bit tough. I think I'm going to go have a nap and a beer. If it's all the same to you, it's been a crazy day.
All right. See you later.
I might see you at 8, or not.
As we walk out,
We'll see.
just gonna say to Gylndan that we might need a change of management.
Oh, I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, you
Little wink.
you leave this place, close the door behind you.
Magic missile in the dark.
Nathan comes wandering out. What
Oh, yeah,
are your
Nathan.
plans? What are your plans now? Oh, and Vaishal, who has been particularly excited to see the sunlight again. As soon as he comes out, oh, that is, oh wow, this place is oh, just as I remembered. I mean, it was only a couple of days ago, but nice to see it hasn't burnt down yet.
I think
because this was paid work.
Oh, we're going to see Admiral. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
As you head out, it is also like the sun is coming down. It is beginning to get to sunset now.
Yeah, to the Admirals.
yeah, let's go.
On
Uh,
the way, can I keep my eyes open for some sort of like blacksmiths or artificers or general sort of material stockist and pickups and just like raw materials for tinkering and
Bits and bobs.
so forth?
Yeah, sure.
One extra bullet, JJ.
If everyone can roll me to get back to the admirals, I'll say intelligence or survival with advantage because you came here just earlier on.
Woo! Advantage.
JJ, if you could roll a perception check.
What was the other option? Intelligence.
Survival, or I would also say a charisma, like straight charisma check, just as like a hi. How do I like going up to people and be like, hi, how do I get to the admiral's place, sort of thing. There we go with advantage. Yeah, you guys head back, no problem. Felix, you find a few places, but as it's sunset, most of them are shut. If not all of them are shut. You maybe found one or two which are like just about shutting, and as you begin to approach the door, all you hear is just a bellowing "fuck off" as you get to the door. You definitely get the thing of like, in the Shattered Coast, people will be out the door and down the pub as quickly as possible, as soon as they can get out. So maybe not today. Might be able to come back tomorrow morning if you're still here. You make it back to the Admirals pretty quick, actually. Within the hour, just as you get to the Admirals, the sky is that sort of lovely sort of purple color with a slight hint of orange just at the sunset, where the sun is just now. Only a tiny bit of it can be seen. Head into the tower. The guards easily let you in. All the people now have disappeared. It seems all the drunks and things that were in here have disappeared, and there is just a few people, maybe 3 or 4 servants, scrubbing the floors, wiping things down. One of these servants is Ponsky. He has taken off his jacket, rolled up his sleeves of his puffy shirt, and is on the floor on his hands and knees with a big sponge, just scrubbing down some of the tiles. He does wave to you as you pass by and tells you to head upstairs. Head upstairs towards the Admiral's room, and as you knock, he does call you in. And as you go inside, you see the Admiral is in there with 2 other individuals. One of them, in fact, you actually recognize, Oramis, as Lady Jane, the captain of the Silk Arrow, one of the individuals who helped you out in the fight against Hallowhand. And the admiral's sort of still like, well, 2 more, really. That's really not good. All right. Well, I guess we'll keep me updated, won't you? The 2 of you? Yes, of course, Admiral. They bow.
Who was
they
it?
walk
Sorry,
away.
Captain Lady Jane and someone else.
Captain Lady Jane and an individual you've never met before.
Okay.
He does have a captainly look to him, like a large, wide-brimmed tricorn hat, bandana sort of underneath that, big scar, one eye sort of thing. Very stereotypically pirate, and you almost think he's trying to dress that way on purpose.
I just don't want to get confused.
Yeah, fair enough. And and as they walk out, Lady Jane does say hi to you, gives Oramis a quick wink as she walks out and into the foyer.
Oramis raises his eyebrows like the lady in that gif that he keeps sending.
Yes.
The door shuts behind you, and the Admiral is there no longer in his purple kimono, and now in a sort of like bright, very, very like bleached white, puffy silk shirt, and sort of like most of the buttons undone to the point where he might as well not have had them done up at all. And he sort of sat there in his chair. Oh, darlings, you're back, and so soon. Wow, you guys are really quick at this stuff. I'm assuming our little problem is dealt with, then?
Yeah.
Fantastic. And who is this fine individual? Love the tats. Vashal just remains quiet and gives a quick bow. Vashal, at your service. Quite. So it's all done then. They're all dead, killed, away, sold to slavery. I don't know how you guys work. But it's all good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fan-fucking-tastic. In fact, I was so confident that you would complete the job, I got to bring up your money just earlier on. Reaches down, pulls up a chest, and you can all add another 300 gold to your inventories each.
It's beautiful.
Whoa. Hang on a second. We just stopped a potential insurrection of your city, sir.
Yes.
And you're paying us 300 gold each.
Well, I paid you 300 gold earlier. You said half earlier, half now.
I don't remember this negotiation, because for me it was weeks ago.
Oh. Well, for me, it was a few hours ago. So,
I didn't say that, but...
No, he's like, sorry, my man.
I didn't quite realise the extent of what we were getting ourselves involved into. But these people planned to take over your city. They were the pilot force.
Wow. That's... I guess I was right. But you've dealt with it now, correct?
Yeah, but I'm saying we didn't realise the sort of importance of what we were doing, and now I think we deserve a little raise.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Oh.
He sort of looks at you and goes, and if I say no, are you going to incite another potential burning down of my